So I've recently seen this rules song that the Digimon card game has put out, and it's fine for the most part. It gives a simple glimpse of the rules. I think it's fine for new players. But there are a couple of errors and nitpicks, and myself being the pedant that I am, I just wanted to point them out, because I thought it'd be fun.
Digimon cards lead the chart. Support comes from your tamer cards. Play just once or option card.
Okay, so my first nitpick is that the song doesn't really give you an awful lot of information about option cards. All it really tells you is that they are single-use cards. It doesn't tell you that you need to have a Digimon or Tamer of the same color on field to use them, and I think that's quite important, especially if you like to mix colors in your deck like I do. But given that this is for beginners, that's probably not going to be the case, so I suppose it doesn't really matter too much.
With a deck of 50 ready to start. Hatch the Digi-Egg card, 5 Digi-Eggs in your Digi-Egg deck.
This is what I would consider to be the first error of the video. You do not need to have 5 cards in your Digi-Egg deck. I run 4 in most of my decks. I've had decks where I've run 1, but I have had decks where I run 5. But up to 5, that's the rule, not 5. And I feel like that could get confusing for new players, because if they pick up a starter deck, all the starter decks have 4 eggs, so they might be a little bit confused there, or think they're missing a card or something. So I definitely would have set up to 5 in that case, and not 5.
Shuffle both decks, get ready for one. 5 cards from top deck to security stack. Win, rock, paper, scissors. Okay,
this is another nitpick, but I've been to tournaments and stuff, and nobody really plays rock, paper, scissors. It's always dice rules. I checked the rulebook. It says rock, paper, scissors. So technically that is officially what Bandai wants, but that's not what most people do.
And be the first to attack.
This is a weird one. Be the first to attack, not necessarily, and I feel like that's a bit of a weird one to point out. Because obviously you're not going to attack first turn, because you're not going to have anything to attack with first turn. You're not attacking first turn. Second turn, though, your opponent can attack. It's not common, but it's not impossible. I play an Eosmon deck, and quite regularly if I'm going first, my opponent will be starting on 5 memory. And if they're starting on 5 memory, they can play a Bushiagamon from their hand and swing. If they are on 6 memory, they can play a Ginkakumon Promote and swing. Even if they don't attack on their first turn, you know, you're probably not going to attack on your second turn unless you're playing like a rush deck. I would have said just be the first one to play or something. But I get that saying first to attack fits the rhyme scheme. That they're not that strict about. There's a lot of lines that don't rhyme.
5 cards in your hand, set the memory gauge to 0, come on, let's play. Digimon card game, you can raise Digimon and attack, so let's go. Battle to break your opponent's secure.
Okay, error. Kikaida's breath hit in security didn't activate. That would have bounced the Greymon and the rest of the security checks, which for some reason it hits the entire stack. Don't know where that comes from, but that would have all been cancelled because the Greymon would have went to hand. Even after that, hitting any Kakumon in security, even with the inherited effect of the Agumon underneath the Greymon, they'll be tied in DP, so the Greymon should have been deleted. This one's just another nitpick. The field layout looks really weird. Put your tamers behind your Digimon. Keep it nice and easy to look at. That's what most people do. Not official, but that's what most people do. And there's a way to do it in the tutorial app. So.
Suspend job reading in main phases. Your journey starts now. When the memory gauge reaches 1, your opponent's turn to have fun. Use your memory carefully to play cards, hold Digifall. Attack with a Digimon partner to check your rival security. Higher DP wins. Stand strong to the end.
This one is probably what I would consider the most serious error. Hammer Spark. It is a card that a lot of new players will probably interact with quite frequently. So it's kind of important to know how it works in security. Essentially, whenever you hit it in security, your opponent gains 2 memory. And that's quite a big deal. This example hits 2 Hammer Sparks in security. Thus, it would have put the opponent to 4 memory. I feel like that's an important lesson because it's like, that's the risk you take by going to 0 and attacking, is you might hit a Hammer Spark, or you might hit a Jack's Raid, or any other card. I can't particularly think of any off the top of my head that give memory on security, but they do exist. If they had used the War Greymon that they had a couple of seconds ago, then this wouldn't be the problem, because that card doesn't activate security effects on option cards. But they went with the Gallant one, so it should have.
Digimon card game. How you use your memory gauges the key.
This is a nitpick, kind of just me being a bit of a dick, but why Vwing Blade the rookie? The 2-cost rookie, putting them on 2, that they can just play again, and not their mega. Why would you do that? You're on 5 security. Why?
Inherited effects from Digivolution can change your fate.
So that is the end. I didn't find that many errors, but a lot of nitpicks. And again, I'm just being a pedant. It's a bit of fun. It's good for new players. It's an interesting way to get them in, and I think it's a good idea. But yeah, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.